Hari Om. We are studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga, Sloka 31 to 37.
ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे साङ्ख्ययोगो नाम द्वितीयोऽध्यायः।
Bhagavan Sri Krishna very meticulously taught Arjuna and through him to us the essence of the self, its attributes, the nature of the non self, and the impermanency of the body, mind, and intellect. He indicated that though one listen, read the concept of self, does not understand, and one may think that it is a wonder. Bhagavan repeated several times the nature of the self to us so that we can understand it. We are not understanding it because of our own ignorance and several doubts we have in our mind. Mind has to be pure to know the self. Bhagavan now is showing the path to purify our mind step by step, systematically from next slokas onwards, beginning about our own duty and how to perform it. Sloka 31. Swadharmapi chapeksha na kavim pitumarhasi धर्माद्धियुद्धाक्षेयोन् यत् क्षत्रियस्य न vidyate. Summary Sloka 31. Arjuna should practice his own duty, and Bhagavan is advising him to concentrate on it. By performing one's own duty, it gives immense happiness and it will lead to Shreyas. Sloka 32. Edruchaya chopapannam स्वर्गद्वारमपावृतम् सुखिनः क्षत्रिया पार्थ लभस्ते युद्धमीदृशम्. Summary Sloka 32. O Partha, Kshatriyas are happy to have fighting opportunities so that the doors of the heaven opens for them. Sloka 33. अधचेत्वमिमं धर्म्यं सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापमवाप्स्यसि. Summary Sloka 33. If you do not perform your own duty of fighting the war, you will certainly incur papa or sorrow for neglecting your duties and will lose the reputation as a great fighter. Bhagavan is indicating that Kshatriyas destined to protect the kingdom are happy to fight a righteous war. If they have to be killed in the battlefield, the doors of the heaven is open for such men. Bhagavan also warns Arjuna that the greatest archer of his time, if he abandons his duty as a Kshatriya and not fight the war to defeat adharmic warriors, he will lose the fame and incur sin, that is sorrow. Swami Nikhilananda beautifully describes the meaning of Swadharma. He says it is the individual duty and responsibility towards his or her own body, family, community, society, and the nation. Based on the personality of an individual and the Swadharma, four classes: Brahman, who spreads the spiritual and worldly knowledge; Kshatriya, defending of poor, oppressed, weak communities and societies, nation during unrest and war; Vaisya, wealth creation from the nature; and Sudra, providing necessary support through doing work. They were created by Sanatana Dharma of ancient land, but now it has become a caste and an individual birthright. The Swadharma of Arjuna, being a Kshatriya, is to protect and defend the kingdom from those with adharmic tendencies by fighting a righteous war. This is the highest duty of Kshatriya, and none can equal this act. Swami Prabhupada, in his commentary, indicates that in the battlefield, a king, while fighting another king, is eligible for achieving the heavenly planes after death. This king on the battlefield is not considered as an act of violence, that is, killing in the battlefield another king is not considered as an act of violence. Parasara Smriti, a religious quote of Parasara, indicates that Kshatriya's duty is to protect the citizens from all kinds of difficulties, even if weapons of violence in cases of law and order. Even one applies violence in case of law and order, it can be excused. Sloka 34. Akirtim chapi bhutani kadayishyanti te vyayam sambhavitasya cha ketir maranadatarichyate. Summary Sloka 34. People always speak about your infamy, and death is better than dishonor for a respectable man. Sloka 35. Bhayad ranaduparatam mamsyante tvam maharadaha esham chatvam bahumataha bhutva yasyasi lagavam. Summary Sloka 35. Great warriors such as Bhishma and Dhritarashtra, kings assembled here, think that you left the battlefield because of fear of life and not for compassion, and they consider you insignificant. Sloka 36. Avachya vadanscha bahun vadishyanti tavahitaha nindantastava samarthyam tato dukkataram nukim. Summary Sloka 36. Your enemies describe you in many unkind ways that will be painful to you. Sloka 37. Hato va prapsyasi swargam jetva va bhokshyase mahim tasmat uttishta kaunteya yodhaya kruta nischaya. Summary Sloka 37. O son of Kunti, in this battle either you will be killed or shall attain heavenly planes, or you will conquer and enjoy the kingdom. Therefore, get up and fight the war. Lord Krishna continues his arguments to Arjuna against not fighting the war. He indicates that many people of his time and the future generation continues to speak about the abandonment of his Swadharma and will dishonor him. He warns that dishonor is more painful than death for a warrior. He consoles Arjuna that if he is victorious in the war, he will enjoy the kingdom, and if he dies while performing his duty as Kshatriya, he will reach the heavenly abode. It is a win win situation for Arjuna. He advises to have a resolve and fight the war to preserve dharma in the kingdom. Two words of wisdom mentioned by Bhagawan Sri Krishna is very apt to all human beings. Swadharma and Papa or Punya. Bhagavan also shakes all our ego and also Arjuna in these six slokas. The word Swadharma, as explained earlier, is normally defined as one's own duties and responsibility towards the self, as a parent, as a family member, as a community member, to societies and the nation. How many of us understand our true responsibilities and duties and consciously perform to our best of abilities diligently and consistently during our adolescent as well as adult life? Many of us may have failed a number of times and will need to be looking at why did we fail. Bhagavan is teaching us not to forget our true nature and perform accordingly in our life. We may succeed or fail in the battlefield of life, but will be happy that we always protected dharmic values. The word papa or sin in the sloka 33 is very special to all of us. Papa or punya are the agitations in our mind. If you are seeking happiness from the worldly objects and have not attained it or got it, there will be mental agitation leading to sorrow. This is called papa. Abandonment of one's own natural dharma will cause mental agitation leading to unhappiness. It is true in all of us. If we do not perform our duties to best of our abilities to protect ourselves and people around us from the evil, we drown in unhappiness for the mistake for a long period of time. Can we call this as papa? How can we move from papa to punya? Is it in our hands? I like the strong words of Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Sloka 34 to 36 to all beings who fail to perform their duties and how society and nation view of them. Each one of us may have faced the similar type of ridicule and unruly words and lack of trust and heckling by our colleagues, friends, and foes when our performance has not matched with our job description. Assume that you are the chief executive officer of an organization or a director of an organization. You have abandoned the ship and would like to run away from your responsibility. what would your stakeholders think of you? Lord Krishna is giving all of us an advice in this act of duty. Succeed, you will be rewarded. Fail, it will be an experience and learn from it. Hari Om.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः